Welcome back, and just to shed the light more on the parliamentary elections 2025, over the phone we have Dr. Mohamed Al-Arabi, Professor of International Relations at the Afro-Arab Center for Political and Strategic Studies. Hello?
Hello, Mohamed Ezaby, not Al-Arabi.
Okay, so Dr. Mohamed Ezaby, good morning and welcome to the show. First of all, talking about the parliamentary elections 2025, how do you assess the process so far from the strategic and political standpoints?
Well, we can say that on December 4th, the second day of voting in K-run off and rerun, Egypt concluding the first phase of supplementary polling for its House of Representatives elections. These elections held throughout November aim to fill 568 of chambers, 596 seats, with the remaining 28 appointed by President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. The process has been marked by a mix of procedural formalities and significant controversies, including widespread disqualifications and court order annulment, underscoring the tightly controlled nature of Egypt's political landscape under Sisi rule. Today, voting occurring across approximately 20, including part of Giza and Fayoum and Alexandria, involves post-runoff contests between top candidates and for rerun in 19 districts where initial results were voided due to illegal voter turnout has been modest so far, with official figure from the first phase hovering around 30 to 35%, reflecting the public apathy and economic pressures like inflation and regional tension, the Gaza conflict. The elections follow a hybrid system, 284 seats via individual candidates, majoritarian voting with runoff if no majority, and 284 via closed party listed proportional representation in 4 regional blocks, where a list needs over 50% to swap all seats or faces a runoff. Quotas ensure representation for women, 1/3 of list seats, youth, Christians and workers, farmers. Overseas voting grabbed up in early November with about 1.5 million expatriate eligible but low participation.
Right. So far, how do you see the state's security entities and organizations to give more facilities for the people so they can vote and to make all the procedures move smoothly?
Well, we can say this election exemplify Egypt's managed democracy, where former pluralism made Sisi iron grip the national unified list monopoly on list seats, enabled by opposition disqualifications, ensure a rubber stamp parliament loyal to regime, prioritizing stability over reform, criticized, including human rights groups like the Cairo Institution for Human Rights Studies. Also, from a regime representative, the processes bolster legitimacy, diverse parts under the unified list project, inclusively, while low turnout is spun as a mature voter choice. Economically strained Egyptian facing 25% inflation and subsidy cuts view the vote as irrelevant polls shows 60% believe it won't impact livelihood. Also, if we can say about the result so far, the pro-President Sisi National Unified List for Egypt, a coalition for 15 parties led by Nations Future Party, has dominated, securing all 284 list seats in both phases by exceeding 5%, 3 shots unchallenged in most blocks. If we discuss the elections in the last phases, we can say about phase 1, which held in November 10 and 11, covered 17 governorates, results announced November 18.
Right.
Phase 2...
Dr. Mohamed Ezaby, Professor of International Relations at the Afro-Arab Center for Political and Strategic Studies. Thank you very much for joining us. And moving on to a quick break, then we'll be back with more on The Breakfast Show.